日本ニュースタイムへようこそ。
ともこです。皆さんこんにちは。JNEWS のともこです。そして
Victor. Hi guys, today's story is very dark. In 1999, an 18-year-old boy attacked a woman because he wanted sex. He killed her, choked her to death, then raped her, and then killed her crying baby by smashing it on the ground many times and then choking it with a string. He was a minor. In Japan, you are considered a minor if you're under the age of 20. If you want to drink or smoke, you have to be
20.
And if you want to drive a car, you have
18.
18. So he was a minor. Because he was a minor, he was given life imprisonment.
はい。
And this happened in Yamaguchi ken.
はい、山口県光市で起きました。
About 13 years ago.
はい。
Okay? Now, I guess the Kenji,
はい。
the prosecutor, they appealed this case. The first case is called Isshin. And they appealed it. So the second case is called Nishin.
一審。
And the killer was given life imprisonment, which
無
is
期懲役。
Muki Choeki.
懲役。
So he was given life imprisonment twice by the first
Hi.
court and then the appeals court. Then it went all the way to the Supreme Court, which is called the...
最高裁。
That's a pretty easy word, right? Saikosai.
最高裁。
And they decided to give him...
死刑。
Shike is, of course, the kanji for death and punishment.
はい。
And this is a significant case because this is the first time a minor who has killed only 2 people has been given the death penalty.
はい。
And it's also significant because as a result, the husband, his name is Hiroshi,
本村。
he has been fighting for victims' rights.
被害者保護法。
I guess a law to protect the victims' rights.
そうだよね、プロテクトで保護だもんね。
Now, Tomoko, you said something about his picture? About the,
そう。前の1回か2回目の裁判の時に、彼は奥さんと子供の写真を、コートへ、裁判所へ持って行った。そこで職員に写真はダメだと言われた。
That's crazy. I can't believe that.
おかしいでしょ。
So now, as a result of this new law, he can bring his picture into the court?
今変わってると思うけど、今回は持ってってないけどね。
But he didn't have it this time. Now, the good news for him, I mean, not that this is good news, is he's remarried now, right?
はい、そうです。
He
2、
got
3
married.
年前に再婚したって。
So he got married 3 years ago. So he's going forward with his life. And he was on TV this morning. He looks like someone who's he's gone through a lot, right? He's lost his daughter and his wife. But now he's remarried. And he said he's not happy about it.
今回、私たち遺族が求める死刑という判決が下されたことに関しては、遺族としては大変満足しております。ただ決して嬉しいとか喜びとかそういった感情は一切ありません。
もちろん。
And he said he even wavered. He didn't know if it was a good thing what he was doing, pushing for the death penalty for the killer.
もう13年間戦ってきたんだもん。
But it's done now. And I talked to a lot of people. Almost everyone I know supports the death penalty for this boy.
はい。
Well, now he's a 30-year-old man, and because he's now a man, they revealed his name. It's Fukuda Takayuki,
はい、福田孝之。
which usually you never hear the minors' names. But I
大
thought
月孝之って名前が変えてある。今は大月孝之だって。
Otsuki. He changed his name.
うん。
Why?
わかんないけど。
That's true.
ね、男なのにね。
Okay. Only women change their names? Okay, well, here's some, for those of you who don't know much about the death penalty or anything about it in Japan, a little information. Japan is one of the countries that does support death penalty. Of course, America does too. In Japan, most people support the death penalty.
うん。
Right? And Tomoko, how about you?
私もこの人は許せない。
And a few of my students have said the same thing. A few people in my neighborhood also. Everyone's like, yes, he should get the death penalty. Between 1946 and 1996, the death penalty has been handed down to 766 people, and 608 people have been executed. Now, one thing about the death penalty in Japan that's been criticized by human rights groups is that the person on death row doesn't know he's going to die until the day before. They don't know when. So I think in America, they announce, weeks ahead of time, or months ahead of time, you know when you're going to die. The date is coming up. But in Japan, they just basically knock on your door, and then the next day you're dead. They say people go crazy. It's inhumane to do that to someone. Now, another reason this is important is because this kid was a minor when he committed the crime. And in Japan, it's very rare for a minor to get the death penalty. There have
少
been
年
cases...
保護法みたいにある。少年を保護する。
Yeah, we have laws that protect minors.
彼はもう18歳だったから、その時は。
There have been cases in the past where someone who killed 3 people or more, a minor who killed 3 people or more, has been given the death penalty.
もうね。
Right?
長山
Yeah. Right, Nagayama, exactly. 9 criteria were created as a result of the NORIO Nagayama case. He was a 19-year-old who came from a poor family. Now, this killer, too, also was apparently beaten by his father when he was young.
そう。
So, society failed this killer. I'm personally against the death penalty, generally speaking, for various reasons. But just for your information, these are the 9 criteria that Japan uses to decide whether they hand down death penalty or not. Number 1 is the degree of viciousness, which is the zankokusa. Number 2 is the motive, the reason. Number 3 is how the crime was committed. Number 4 is the outcome of the crime. How many victims? How many people did he kill? If you killed one person, the chances of you getting life instead of the death penalty are much higher. Number 5 is sentiments of the bereaved family, which I think is pretty interesting. That they take the feelings of a family into account when they decide whether or not to hand down the death penalty. Number 6 is the impact of the crime on Japanese society, and I don't know how you measure that. Maybe publicity. I don't know. Number 7, the defendant's age, and that's very important, right? He was a minor. Number 8, the defendant's previous criminal record. Now, Tomoko, in this case, did he have a criminal record?
彼はなかったと思うよ。
And the last one, which is very important in Japan, is the amount of remorse. So did he apologize, or does it look like he's really sorry? Is he sorry for his crime? Did he apologize?
謝っているけど、でももう、そんなの遅い。
Anyway, that's the case today. It's all over the news. We haven't seen any English articles on this yet, but I'm sure that some will appear very soon. And as soon as they do, we'll link them in the description below. But tell us about the death penalty in your country and how you feel about it, especially concerning minors in your country. All right? Anyway, that's our video for today. Thanks for watching, everyone.
はい、ありがとうございました。
We'll be back very soon.
はい。
Bye-bye.